Hi, we're 9 Inch Nails, and this is Teletoons, and we want to remind you to send in your pledge money so that fine video entertainment like this can stay on the air. And video I really don't know anything about, so I have to have a certain amount of trust in whoever I was working with. So, I like the videos they did. I like the Ministry video and the Revolting Cox one. So, we got treatments from a lot of different people, and they sent me one, and then their ideas were pretty cool. They were the coolest ideas of all the ones I got. And then we talked some other ideas and developed into something else. But I didn't edit or anything like that. They filmed it, and then it was just, I saw the rough thing and said, I don't like that, change that, and that sort of thing. But that was pretty much their thing. 9 Inch Nails, pretty much as an entity, started up around the middle of '88, I would say. And it was basically me in the studio just messing around. And I came up with some demos that I thought were decent, and I've started congealed it into a group type of thing. And then we started sending out, my manager and I started sending out to different record labels to try to get a deal. But we started off with independent European labels rather than big major labels. We got some good response, and we switched our focus to just labels that we liked. Well, we had offers from a variety of different people, from major labels to small independents to everything in between. And the reason we went with TVT was, it was in the independent world, so that I retained all creative control. I could do what I wanted to do. And I didn't walk into a thing where you have to sell this many records, or you have to work with this guy, or this artwork. So it was the opportunity to do what I wanted to do, which I insisted upon. And I didn't want to go with the Wax Trax or Network because they're so genre-oriented that I didn't want to be tagged as a Wax Trax band or a Network-type band. And it was kind of a chance with TVT, and so far it's been pretty cool. They just signed Tackhead, so they're new Tackhead. When I wrote the song, I didn't really intend it to be about suicide, but we were reading other meanings into it because we didn't want to do a literal line-by-line storyboard type thing. So, the idea of suicide came up, and it was going to be about me jumping off the building with these guys trying to prevent me from doing so. And during the filming, I got so abstract that unless I told you that, rarely do people get that from it. But the original one was a bit more intense, and there was me dead at the end and things like that. And of course, MTV would not go for that, so we had to edit that out. But there's a club version out that's fairly close to the original idea. The whole idea of 9 Inch Nails, and it's kind of difficult when it's one guy trying to develop an idea for a band and write music for it, was over the style and over the genre that it's in, whether it be dance or thing like that. Just to try to keep some amount of integrity and honesty, I mean, in the lyrics and the attitude. Bands I like are bands that seem like they mean it when they're on stage or when they're in a record. Some kind of true emotion or something that I can relate to. That's what I'm trying to do with this. So, if someone likes the lyrics, you know, were they real? Was it? Yeah, there's definitely aspects of real things in there, and I mean what I'm saying. That's what I try to communicate through the whole thing. The record was me in a computer and live, rather than have it be me and some guy in a computer. Try to make it so people were playing stuff. And we wrote some new parts. There's a lot more guitar, and it's not like rocking out an electronic band. It's just a different, rougher interpretation. There's hundreds of mistakes, and we'll mess up constantly. And it's ridiculous. I mean, we hurt each other and things happen, but it's a different way to interpret the song. I do some lineup. I had about 80 people call me in London. I put some ads in Melody Maker and Enemy. And just the people I was getting were not the people right for the thing. And I knew it was going to be tough getting a band together because I didn't need people that could play that great, but people that understood where I'm coming from. For example, I need a drummer who's a quality drummer, but not one that overplays. And a lot of times with drummers, you get into rock drumming, and they don't know what's right for the music, and this music's very minimal for that sort of thing. So I had a lot of people. I dealt with a lot of people, but I couldn't find the right people, so I came back to Cleveland and signed these people that I knew and friends that, over magnificent musicianship, I chose them because they had an idea of what I wanted to do. And I wanted a band that was sincere and meant what it seemed like they meant it on stage, rather than professionals and things like that. Right, so this is pretty much the first band that really, for all these guys and me, that's really played out substantially, done anything for real. So there's kind of naivety involved, which I think is good.